Hello. Sorry for not posting for a few days. It has been a crazy time to say the least. But I was crazy busy yesterday. I had the girls over. We were prepping for the photo shoot. And then they're like, "What can we do next? What can we do next?" And I'm like, "I need you to leave." I needed the me time to do all of the craziness that I still needed to do at the end of the day, get everything done. Like, I just knew I had too much stuff for the collection to get done. And so I spent all of yesterday evening just finishing up the collection, which was a lot, honestly. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd be surprised if they weren't both going, "She's not going to have this done by tomorrow." And not to say I had every single thing done, because I didn't. There were a few pieces that I did shoot today that were blank because I just couldn't get to it. They're especially the ones that required more sewing. But today was the photo shoot, and it was amazing. It couldn't have gone any better, to be completely honest. Like, I think, like, everything just came together so perfectly. You know, Lisa is really a stickler for scheduling things out and having everything on time. And I'm kind of like the exact opposite because I'm a friggin' disaster. And I think that it just created like a perfect synergy. And then my Amber really just smoothed everything out in between. It was, I can't even describe how amazing today was. Like, I feel like I'm going to be like floating on a cloud for the next few days, even though I have so much still to get done for the camp social event. But we're still just going to be happy right now. So I'll tell you about the day. Okay. So I went to bed last night at like, I think 12:30, and I set my alarm for 6 a.m. this morning because first models and the makeup artist was coming at 8 a.m. So we start off at my apartment because my photographer lives in my building, on my floor, actually. So started off in the apartment. I have all the models come here. It's the way that I've always done it, literally since I started shooting with this photographer. Well, just in general for my brand, to be honest, but with this photographer. He's been my photographer from the beginning. So started at 8 a.m. So I went to bed at like 12:30, I think. It probably took me a while to get to sleep, to be honest. So it's probably a little bit later. I woke up at 5:30, no alarm. Didn't even matter. So what a surprise. That's just me anyway. But I was exhausted, so I thought maybe I would sleep a little bit longer. I actually was like having all of these like visions of me sleeping through all of my alarm clocks and then waking up to like people knocking on my door. So I'm glad that was a wrong vision. But anyway, so the makeup artist, Emmanuel, he is incredible. So if you're in the New York City area, you're looking for an incredible makeup artist, I recommend Emmanuel. I can't remember his last name right now, but if you look at my brand's Instagram, I credit him often. So he's amazing. He's my absolute favorite. And he was here at 8 o'clock. First models showed up. So I think our first female model was a little bit late, but you know, that's to be expected. I actually give everybody like an earlier time to be here anyway. I normally like schedule them 30 minutes ahead of time, just because I know that there's going to be some issues. So I like to get everybody here early. So anyway, got started. Mike, my photographer, Mike Pannacia, was like almost right on time as well. He just maybe 10 minutes behind. So we got started pretty much on time. Like everything really ran smoothly. All of my models showed, except for one. I had one model that didn't show for later in the day. But so for the morning time, we had one male model. And even though we had like some mix-ups and it took some time for us to find a replacement, but you know, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. And I have to tell you, the guy we got as a replacement, because I actually had two of my male models drop out last minute, and it was really upsetting. And I don't know why I didn't go with my gut, because I kept staring at this model anyway. I just kept coming right back to him, and I don't know why I didn't choose him. I think it was just because I wasn't sure where I'd put him in the lineup, and I wasn't sure who to go. Anyway, whatever. Long story short, everything happens for a reason, because he was the star of the show. His name is Joshua. We are now connected on Instagram. I will be tagging him and everything. He was incredible. Like, just super professional. He just, and I was thinking he was amazing at the beginning of the day. And me and Mike are normally on the same wavelength anyway when it comes to these things, but I was already thinking it like early in the day. And then I remember Joshua walked away to like change his shirt or something, and Mike goes, "I love him." I'm like, "Me too." He's like, he's so good. He was telling me he's like, I tell him, look, this is the vibe, and he just immediately gets it. He's crazy good. It's ridiculous. I'm like, I know. And honestly, like, I get so lucky with these photo shoots. Like, I have managed to have some of the best models ever on these photo shoots. Like, there's not a single model I've ever hired who I wouldn't recommend to people. Like, I just get so lucky. Joshua, incredible. We had Isabel, who is just cute as a button, first of all. I just find her to be absolutely adorable. And unfortunately she had to leave a little bit early, so we didn't get as much content with her, which I would have loved to do because she's beautiful. And then we had Isabella, who seems to have more like editorial work in her background, and obviously I'm like more of like a casual brand, but I actually really liked that dynamic of her bringing her more probably high-end fashion experience to the more relaxed brand. So it was really great because she was like she would just hit like a pose. She wasn't posing. That's the whole thing. She would just be waiting to be shot, and she would like look amazing. And Mike would be like, "Oh wait, stay just like that. Like, let me take photos of that." So just her like natural way of being was very beautiful and elegant. And so it was very easy to shoot her. And then we had Starla this morning as well, who is cute as a button. Oh my gosh, she's just adorable. And she's like, she was saying like, I guess she has a hard time because she's on the shorter side for models, but oh my God, like, it's so sad that people discount her because she's so beautiful. Like, what a beautiful person. So love that. That was our 4 models for the morning. And then of course we had Mike, and we had Mike's fiance. He proposed this week. So amazing. Branky, and she also does some of the photos, for the photo shoot, but she also like directs and helps with lighting and all of that. So they're a little tag team, which is just so cute. I love them both. Yeah. So then we wrapped for the first set of people, except for Josh. We asked him to stay for the whole day because he was just so amazing anyway. There was no way. I was like, if he's available, I'm keeping him for sure. So we wrapped, and then, and then we had Joella, who I'm not even going to attempt to say his last name because it's crazy. But he's also tagged on my Instagram. If you need somebody for videography and content creation, he's amazing. And like, also just a great vibe, like a great person to have around. He moves around really easily. He's very experienced. You can tell because he knows how to move around the photographer and when to kind of, cut in and take somebody aside and do videos. And, he's very respectful, but he also gets it done, which I love. And he was just so helpful the entire day. Like, I just felt so lucky to have him, to be honest. Like, I'm surprised he wasn't outside of my budget, so I'm very pleased. I don't know if he was doing me a favor or what, but I'm very pleased that he joined us for the day. I'll definitely use him in the future anyway. And so then we ate very quickly. I ordered pizza and salad and mozzarella sticks from my favorite pizza place. And we ate very quickly, and then jumped in an Uber, went to the studio. Oh, and we did so we do our product photos inside Mike's apartment because he has a setup for that. He has the white backdrop and everything. So we do the product photos there, and then we just went around like our neighborhood and shot all of the lifestyle stuff for like half of all of the garments that I had. So I had everything like set up in the capsules that I want to release because I like to release new drops on the 11th and the 27th of every month, which is part of why it's called 11/27. And so that's how I did it this time. Like in the past, I think I wasn't as organized, and honestly, like Lisa and Amber are the ones who have gotten me to get more organized and make sure that like I know what I'm doing on the day. So that helped tremendously. So we were able to really like shoot one capsule in one location, go down to another street, shoot another capsule in that location, go down to another street. Like it was so great. And I think that the releases are going to be so much more cohesive because we were able to shoot them all in the right capsules and there was no confusion about what went together and what didn't. So it was really good. So we shot around the neighborhood, then we had our lunch, and then we took lifts because I don't use Uber anymore. We took lifts to the studio. The studio was great. Oh my gosh. It was in Williamsburg, and it was a smaller studio, but incredible. And just the lighting that they had, everything was included in the price, which already is an amazing thing because there's so many. I use Peerspace to find my studios, and there's so many of these studios that will like nickel and dime you. Like they're like, oh, do you want to use this? Okay, it's going to cost this much. Do you want to use this? It's going to cost this much. So I was so pleased that everything was included. The lighting was amazing. Mike was really pleased with the lighting. He had brought his own lights because he just wasn't sure. Sometimes it's like they say that they have things and it's not really there and whatever. So he wasn't really sure, but he didn't even need to break out his lights. Like everything was there. Everything was great. The host was amazing. And the space was great because it had a lot of textured walls and things. So there were a lot of different areas where you could shoot. But then it also, they built in like one of those all white, I forget what they're called, but it's like the little room that has like the curved walls. And I had a lot of imagery for my mood boards that were really shot in a studio. So I really wanted the stuff that was like outdoors and felt very New York, but I also wanted like a lot of studio stuff. So then we also we brought Josh with us. He was the only model that we brought with us from the morning. And then we had some of Lisa's friends, because Lisa is a ballet dancer. So she has a lot of friends that dance, and a lot of the things that we were thinking we were going to do for the shoot needed like movement that would really lend itself well to models. Honestly, like it was so great because the dancers have so much more awareness of their bodies and the smallest details. I think they all did ballet. I think they're all still dancers. So it's like they're just very aware of every part of their body and their feet being pointed, and obviously also have amazing, incredible core strength in general, like for every part of their body. So that also helps because they can hold poses for longer periods of time than I probably could. But the models were amazing as well for the evening. Like, oh my God, you guys, I just can't even say like how amazing this photo shoot was. I will say one of the best things was I brought my mood boards with me. So I have several mood boards. I have mood boards for like, I dye a lot. Do a lot of tie-dye and things like that for my collection. So I have like a tie-dye mood board. I have a mood board for like color that I wanted to do for this season. I have a mood board for styles that I wanted for this season. I have a mood board that's all AI imagery because I actually pull a lot of things from ChatGPT to get some ideas. Specifically for like tie-dyeing, the color combination of the tie-dye, which obviously can build, or not chat. I use not ChatGPT, Midjourney. you know, AI can obviously create tie-dyes that might not even be possible, but they give you like a good idea of things to try, and that's why I really like those. So I pull like a lot of imagery for that. And then I have a photo shoot mood board, which I showed you in another video, but I actually changed it since then because I wanted to make sure I had one mood board that was all for outdoors and then one mood board that was all for the studio. Because originally I had just had it all mixed into one. So that helped tremendously today. Like, I can't express enough how important that is for everybody, because also it's like sometimes the models aren't sure what to do next, you know, after they've done a few things. You can sometimes they have like their go-tos, and it can be hard for them to break away from it if you don't have something immediate to tell them to do. So it was really great because you were able to just go, oh, let's do this. And not that you necessarily stick with that pose, because sometimes you make it your own, but also sometimes something that they do, you go, oh, that would be better. And you're able to like build your own off of trying to do one pose that you see on the mood board. Anyway, having that was definitely next level. It was really great to have, and to just always have new ideas of things. So I had a lot of imagery for that. And then I also have past mood boards that were for photo shoots. So we had, and what I did was my new mood board, I taped all of my images so you can just pull it off. It's the easiest way to do it, and it doesn't fall off. I used to pin them, and it tends to rip or fall off. Like if it's a thinner foam board, then the pin will fall out. So I taped them all, just like a quick, like not double-sided tape, but like, you know, you just roll regular tape, Scotch tape. So I taped all of the images so that I can pull it off if I need to show somebody and I don't want to bring the whole board. But what I did is I still had my mood board from the last time, and so I taped all of my new images on the back side of that so that when I brought the board, I had both in case there was anything we wanted to reference. So we had more than enough options. It was really great. So yeah, so for the studio time, like I said, we had Josh still, and then we had Brian. All of these people will be linked in my Instagram. So if you're interested in any models at all, feel free. I'm happy to recommend these models to everyone. They're all incredible. So we had Brian, who is a dancer. And then we actually had Noah, who is stunning. And just, have you ever like met somebody and you just want to hug them? Like you just want to like squeeze them. Like Noah is just like, you could tell is just a really good person. Just a great aura, like a bright and light aura, if that makes sense. Anyway, so we had Noah, who's not a dancer. I did hire Noah off of backstage as well. But absolutely incredible. And I'm really excited because I really wanted to have, non-binary models. It's really important to me, and it's something that I've like been wanting to do for a while. I just think it's really important to represent them. And so, Noah was my first one and the best. I don't know if anybody could beat Noah. And it went really well. So I'm really happy with how that went. And then we were supposed to have another model, Leslie Ann, and she didn't show up. I messaged her, but I didn't get anything. Although I wasn't sure if she was going to show up anyway. She did say yes, she was going to. And then I asked her to supply her phone number, which I asked for. Note to yourself, always ask them to supply their phone numbers in case you need to contact them on the day, or even days beforehand. Like Isabella from the morning, I needed her to come earlier because I thought I had somebody else scheduled. Starlight asked her to come at 8, and she's like, oh no, I can't come until 10, which she had already told me, so that's definitely my fault. So I had to ask Isabella to come early. Anyway, whatever. It's important to always have a phone number. So anyway, I had asked this model for her phone number, and then she never gave it to me. So I wasn't 100% sure that she was going to come anyway. And we ended up having enough models, to be honest. So we had Noah, we had Brian, and then we also had Juliana and Sarah, who are also friends with Lisa and are both dancers and stunning and amazing people. So I'm just so excited about today. It was just so good. Like, everything went so freaking well. I am so excited for these upcoming collections, and I'm so excited to just see all of the images and see all of the videos that Joella took and prepared to release all of these items. And oh my gosh, I'm also really excited to go to bed tonight. I have barely slept for the past weekish, I mean, it's been a crazy time. But anyway, that is the photo shoot today. We wrapped it. We extended for 30 minutes. We extended the studio for 30 minutes. So we were supposed to be out by 6:30. And so we left at 7. And yeah, it was just amazing. Like, everybody was such a good vibe. Like, it was so nice. So anyway, I'm literally daydreaming about it. So that was the photo shoot. What else? I now have my laptop out. I have a little bit of client work to do before I go to bed. I'm also going to pop a piece of pizza into the air fryer so I can eat something before I go to bed as well. And I felt a little sad after Sunday's market, and this just like revived me. And also, like, it's bittersweet. I'm glad it's over, but I'm also sad that it's over. But I'm really glad that the collections are pretty much complete. And I'm ready to be able to just release some new stuff. And like, also, I'm going to start a new Instagram. So I decided, I don't know if I talked about this in a past video, but I decided that I was going to have 2 Instagram accounts for my brand, because I want one to be like just behind the scenes stuff and, me and the team and like fun stuff. I just want it to be really fun and easy and kind of like the everyday type stuff. And then the other one will be more so for our professional photos and our more curated reels. It'll be more aesthetic for Instagram. So, whereas 1127 NYC on Instagram will be, more raw and fun. And the other one will definitely be like a curated Instagram account, which will be E27 NYC. So I'm excited to get that all going. And yeah, I'm delirious and tired and happy. So can't thank everybody enough for everything. Literally everybody, from the models to Mike, the photographer, to Emma, to my girls, Lisa and Amber. Like, I feel on top of the world. So anyway, this has been a long video. I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope that you are having a great week. I will check in with you in the morning because I have to get right back to work tomorrow. It's right back to the grind. And I have plenty of client work, and I definitely have to get started on the Camp Social t-shirts. Ooh. So anyway, hope you're having a great Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.